Yeah, I choose to do things the hard way. That way, by the time I get to the so-called easy things, I'll actually enjoy it. It'll be so simple too. It'll look like I'm having fun. We talk about this subject plenty of times, guys. You know, like people hate on your struggle. Let me tell you something. People really, really hate on my struggle. Like really hate on my struggle. So much enough that I have to make a video about this, talking about it. Let's take for an example. Here I am in New York City. I'm on a bike doing food delivery orders. I used to be out there from like 1 to 2 o'clock p.m. to maybe 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. On a bike in Brooklyn. Pedaling. I could have bought an electric bike, but I wanted to pedal before I got an electric bike. I always do things the hard way first before I do the easy things. People look at me, they say, well, you know, people always look at you and say, why you ain't doing this? Why you ain't doing that? I always do things the hard way first so that when things start getting easier, I appreciate it more. Guys, people are bored out here. You know how many times, guys, I'll come to people's homes who so-called have what I'm supposedly want. And they're so bored. You know how I know? Because they're just like scratching at the door, kind of like how your dog scratches at the door when you come home. People are bored, guys. They're not really enjoying what, you know, we talk about. I'm not gonna get to it. We talked about it the other day. You know, you can have everything. You'd be bored with that. One man's God is another man's devil. One man's trash is another man's gold. The ironies of life. I bet you there was people making fun of me when I was on a bike in New York City pedaling. It was probably people on the electric bikes who were laughing at me. They're like, look at that fool over there. He's pedaling. What, does he not know that he can get an electric bike? Meanwhile, I was out there exercising, heart pumping. While making money. Exercising while making money. Then by the time I actually got an electric bike to make things easier, what happens? Well, the electric bike, stuff will go wrong with the regular bike too. It really wasn't that much of a difference. But no, I can't make an analogy out of that. But let's just go ahead and close this out. The bottom line is, guys, people have always hated on people be making fun of me. They want to be me even in my struggle. How crazy is that? They don't realize it until later, though. They be making fun of me with whoever they making fun of me with. Look at Conscious one over there on a bike. Look at this fool doing this now. What's wrong with that fool? Next thing you know, they realize I'm having fun. They like, wait a minute. They scratch their head like, wait a minute. Why is he having more fun than I am? Even though he's so-called struggling. Why does he have a smile on his face? Then they stop laughing. When they get by themselves somewhere away from the hyenas, they have a silent moment of I don't know if it's fear, some kind of apprehension that some kind of cognitive dissonance sets in. But why does he look like he's having more fun than me, even though he's so-called struggling? Well, it's because I was having more fun than him. And that's why I'm going to be the last one laughing. But just to close it out, y'all. I always do things the hard way first. That way, by the time I get to the easy stuff, not only will I appreciate it, it'll be so much easier to do. It's like training a muscle. You know. It's like training your muscle, for real. So because of that, I can agree that I agreed to come back down here in this mess. And there were angels behind the scenes laughing. Why would he do that? He could be up here on the throne with us. But even some of the angels are hating on my struggle. Go figure.